Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Stellar Studio Sessions. My name is Richie Mashiko,
And my name is Chay Land, and I'm the art director here at Stellar.
and today we're going to be talking about why design is important. Okay, so to kick off this week of design and branding, Shay, we have here. We just want to go into why design is important, and we just get your thoughts on that.
Well, I think one of the main reasons of why design is important is your trust level and how much people can trust you. And with how society has changed, and people need to be able to trust you within 5 seconds or less. And great design will help you do that. Another reason why having good design is important is that it helps you better convey your message. Because if you're an existing product in an existing world with a lot of competitors, if you can't convey your message the clearest and quickest, they're going to go with your competitor.
Right. And I think you see it all the time with sites that just look like they were designed in the 90s or the 2000s. And, you know, as younger people, we click on those sites and it's like, oh, man, those are really bad sites. I'm not even going to trust this. I'm not even going to waste my time looking on this website. And that to them, that's a lost customer and that's a lost person through their funnel.
Exactly. I even had a friend call me over recently to ask me what I thought about his website. And I was like, wow, I don't think I would trust you. Like, you have a great product, but I don't think people are going to want to use you just because you look scary.
Right. And so what do you think people could do to help design their thing? What are little tweaks that people can make to their website or to their product or just in general?
Well, I think you really have to pull on a good designer who understands hierarchy and layout design, just because you can't just slap something together and hope it works. People also notice these things just because what we want in our quality has just risen and we look for better quality products itself. It also, another thing that I like to tell our clients is perception is greater than your actual value. So it'll either make you a home good product or a luxurious product. And you don't need to be a luxurious product to actually be luxurious. If you look luxurious, they're going to treat you that way and think you are that way.
Right. And I think that kind of comes down to like with design is, you know, we've been talking a lot about CPGs and direct to consumer brands. And I'm always of the belief that with all these products, like the shirt that I'm wearing right now, it's a decent shirt. It's a great shirt, whatever. But if you put on like a Nike shirt, that shirt is probably getting made in the same factory overseas as a Champion shirt or an Adidas shirt or whatever shirt. But just because it has that logo, that brand, that perception, right, that you were talking about, that's why they could charge a higher price for their good. It's not necessarily because the product is 10 times better, but in people's mind, the brand perception is a lot different than buying a different brand. Right?
I think you're also heading towards what a brand stands for. And that's what a lot of us expect nowadays is we expect brands to stand for something because we want to be a part of that community. And by wearing shirts like that, we become that community.
Right. So then that kind of brings us to a good question is how do you incorporate that brand, those brand values, and how do you clearly state that through design?
So clearly stating your brand values starts with a good brand strategy. And what we like to do is we like to go through different types of strategy sprints. And one of my favorites is defining brand attributes, where you define your culture, you define your users and how you want your users to feel, the feelings you want to convey out in the world. There's a whole exercise that we do where you're just listing out these keywords, and then to have a facilitator like me or one of our other strategists to help you understand what's important to you and the best way to convey it. And then we also do brand positioning, and that really helps convey your message out into the world.
Right. That sounds like a lot of good information. So maybe if you could just leave the listeners and the viewers with like one or two maybe simple tips that they could do besides like hiring someone like yourself who really understands that design hierarchy. Like, what do you look for in a really nicely designed site or whatever product that a brand has?
Looking for something in a well-designed site if I want to buy the product or not. So being a very judgmental person for this type of thing, I think it's easier if it's clean, if it's simple and it's to the point, because I don't have time to keep going through the whole website. So if it's quick and to the point, it'll be easier. And then if I want to dig, I will dig.
Right. Right. Okay. And I think that's pretty good for talking about design and why it's so important in today's world. And I think that's it. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
All right. Thank you, Richie.
Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Stellar Studio Sessions. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to learn more about digital strategy, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.